Hello, guys. Do you guys guess what I'm attempting to fix today? You guessed it, an Xbox Series X. So I bought this from eBay. It's listed as beep on, beep off. I've just plugged it in. Don't know if you guys could see this. Ready? And it's exactly that. It's not instant, so I don't know what that could be. So we're going to take it apart and have a look. It looks very clean. So I'm guessing somebody's, well, you could tell they've opened it. It didn't say it in the description, but it's been opened. So let's have a look what's going on. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So they've chewed up the fan screw. Alright, start off by taking the fan out. Hoping they haven't actually got right into it. They gave up. Alright, let's see if we can get that out. See if we got a short here, which I don't think we do because it powers on. This is a 12 volt. Rail, so it says this is ground and this is, yep, no short. It's not a continuous beep. So we're okay on this board, I think. I think that's what it means. Seems wet everywhere. Alright, let me this coil there, this inductor, doesn't look straight. Alright, let's just get it off. Is the SSD still in there? Yes, it is. Okay, the wetness is just the viscous paste, I think. I'm running out of space. So much stuff to this. I don't see any signs of... Okay, it's definitely been repasted. I was gonna say, I don't see any signs of any rework being done on it. Let's just check for shorts on here. So we've got ground, I don't know which side's ground. It's not short anyway. Let's take these tips off a minute, can't get in there properly. Yeah, there's definitely no shorts on the 12-volt rail. Let's do a bit of inspection around here then. What I don't get is I think they've just repasted it and probably put it back together and it didn't work. But then again, they've been in here. Why would they be in here? I don't think this is gonna... I better just be low impedance. Let's have a look through ohms. Zero. Ah, there you go, 24 ohms. Oh, that's on the other one. Is that one? .24 ohms, yeah, it's just low. I don't think there's nothing wrong with the SSD. 5.6 kilo ohms. Yeah, the SSD should be fine. Let me carry on checking for any shorts. Okay, I'm gonna come back if I find anything. Right, sorry guys. I've been working on this for like 2 and a bit days, and I think I finally found the issue. If I show you, put my multimeter into diode mode, And I've been testing all these test points again. This one here, the V3P3 gated, only shows 0.015 volts, which to me that seems like a very, very low voltage drop. So if I go to ohms and test it in ohms, we get in 25 ohms, and that seems really low. So I looked at the schematics, and it says that it's connected to a MOSFET down here. So I took that MOSFET off, still there, and then this resistor is supposed to read 10k. It's only reading, this little resistor is only reading 25 ohms still. So I'm like, okay, maybe the resistor's gone. Took that off as well. Nope, that wasn't the issue. So I carried on looking at schematics, and one side of the MOSFET is fine. There's no shorts there or nothing. It's fine. The resistor on the other side of the MOSFET is reading like 9 kilo ohms. But I looked on the other side, and it says on schematics it controls the SSD. So I was like, okay, let's look under the SSD, see if there's any stuff there. So I looked for the capacitors, and let me just get my microscope set up so you can see it on the TV. So I've taken that capacitor off in the corner there, the top corner. This capacitor, I've taken that off already, and it wasn't that, the short's still there. But I also looked under the microscope, and these two capacitors, one of them looks a bit iffy. Now, tell me, does that look like a cracked capacitor? I think it is. I think that's the main culprit. Definitely looks like a crack. So I'm going to try and take it off from underneath. I'm going to heat it from underneath because I don't want to melt this connector. So let's heat underneath, take the cap off, and let's see if the short's gone, the 25 ohm short, or 26, whatever it is. Here we go. So hot air station set to 480, airflow 5, because I want it to get off as quick as possible. And let's try to get this cap off. I'm very shaky, because like I said, I've been working on it for days, man. Here we go. Oh, I've got movement. There we go, and we're off. Okay. Okay, right. First I'm going to go on to the V3 gated. Hopefully you guys can see. Let's put it in diode mode. Okay, you could sort of see. Yes, so let's have a look. Red probe on ground. Please, please, please. No, it's still there. Still 0.16. So that wasn't the issue. Oh, still short, innit? Yep, still short. Alright, I'll come back once I find something else. Okay, guys, I found it. I found the issue. I've literally taken off pretty much all these capacitors. I've taken off resistor down. No, these two, I think they're like little FETs or something, but it's not that. Went back to the schematic, see what else is connected to the 3.3 gate, and this chip here was connected to the gate as well. And it's weird because these resistors, one end was short and one end was fine, and I was like, why are all these short on the other side? I thought it can't be the resistors that's failed, all of them. And so I thought, let me just take it off and see what happens. And now I've put all the other stuff back on. Now if I go to, I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, that light's in a bit of a glare. Let me zoom in. I don't know if you guys even knew what I was on about. Let's have a look. Okay, can't really see very well, but okay, that's good. Let's get my multimeter in. Multimeter. Right, you can see that. So if I go to, say I'm in ohms. Before we were getting 26 ohms. So if I go ground, let's do it the other way around, and this side, and you can see 0 ohms, which is perfectly fine because it's ground. Now the other side of the capacitor, look at that, 5 kilo ohms and climbing. Go into diode mode on the 3.3 gated, and then got to go that way. And before it was what, 20? No, what was it? 0.014 or 15? Look at that, 0.358. So the issue is this little chip here. I don't know what it is. I'm going to see how much it cost. And yes, come on. I'll come back whenever I've ordered the chip. If it's not too expensive. If it is, then this board's pretty much... yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's been a few days since trying to look for this chip. It is quite a rare chip to find online, actually. So a big shout out to the Coder. You'll find him on YouTube and Twitch. His real name's Phil, and he's just an amazing guy. Like, I messaged him seeing if he's got any of these chips on his store. He said no, but he's got a few. So we put some on there for me, bless him. So I bought I bought myself a chip, and the replacement one's in here. So I'm going to make sure I don't get them muddled up. Oh, tiny little chip. Big bag, little chip. It is pulled from another donor board, so it's not new. You can't buy them new. It's a very rare chip for it to blow, actually. So let me put that in the parts bit there. What I'm going to do is prepare this pad ready for the new chip. So I'm going to try and prop my phone up on my screen so you could see exactly what I'm doing. I think this is good enough, and I hope I don't knock it with my wires. I think you guys can see it pretty good. So I'm going to add some flux to begin with, and then I'm going to add some leaded solder just so I can remove this unleaded solder that's already on the board. And then I'm going to wick it away. Excuse the noises. I have got the shakes because I've had a coffee, so that's not good. Got to be super careful. Oh, my soldering iron's getting stuck to it already. Such big ground pads. Get off! Stuck! Okay, now let's wick away that. Hopefully this tip's big enough. Stop shaking. Nah, I knew this was going to happen. The solder wick's getting stuck to the board. It's just absorbing all the heat from my iron. Okay, what I'm going to have to use is a bit of hot air and then just rub the wick. Yeah, that's my soldering iron's on max temperature as well, and it's just stuck on the board. Right, I need to get my hot air gun. It's okay. Right, hopefully you guys could, yeah, you can still see. I keep saying hopefully you guys could see. I need to stop saying that. Let's just put that there. Soldering iron. Hot air gun. No, don't knock my phone. Ah, there you go. Okay, there you go. It's a bit high. There you go. Don't know if you guys saw it, it moved into place. It's going to remove the hot air off a minute just so it solidifies, and then I'm going to push it down. Alright, push it down and then reheat. Right, and that should be a soldered chip. Just going to clean it up, having a look. Actually, let's get rid of that solder block quick while it's sticking out. There's a couple there. Oh, I'm out of flux in this tube. I think we're good now. That to me looks like it's soldered lovely. Right, now what are we saying? Yep, that looks good to me. The other side. Yep, that looks good. Let's zoom in a bit more. Yeah, that looks good to me. Top of it, can't really tell. Let's go for, can't really tell on that top bit, but this side. Yep, that looks good. Okay, I think we're alright now. I think we've done it. So I think it's ready to be put back together. Actually, stop. I forgot to check something. I forgot to see if the short is still gone. No. Can I still lift it off? Yes, I can. Okay, that's good. That is good. Okay, leave all that together for a minute. I can still test on this 3.3 gated if we got the short again or not. I know it's not powered on, but see if this chip's okay. Leave that there. It's in diode mode. Red probe on ground. 3.3 gated. Nope, we're still good. 0.356. So we're still good. And check on ohms. Should be 5 kilo ohms. Oh, okay, it's gone down now because there's a chip on there. But yeah, 1.6 kilo ohms instead of 5 point whatever it was. Yeah, so we're still good. Thank God for that. Let's resume. Right, that's everything to test it. Let's plug it in and see if we hear a bang. Oh my god, I can't believe you guys couldn't see most of that, I don't think. Damn, I didn't realise how close I was zoomed in. Well, okay, we'll just cut to the screen. Alright, that's most of it fully together. I'm so sorry you guys didn't see it. Just about to test it. Hopefully nothing goes bang. Alright, stand it up. Plug it in. Okay, no bang. What do you reckon? Yes or no? Are we going to get a boot? The fan isn't spinning, but it doesn't really mean anything. I need to clean up the case. Ready? Oh, yes, it was. There you go. What? Why did you just shut off? Why is it doing that? What? Will it be boot in safe mode? No. Why is it doing that? Ah, still not fixed. See if we get a fan spin when I plug in the cable. Is there a fan spin? No, no fan spin. There's no fan spin at all. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to come back to it. The Xbox tried to fix beep on, beep off. Turned out to be a faulty clock chip that does the SSD, controls the SSD. I changed it out, soldered perfectly. It's powered on, and it stays on. I was like, yes, that's amazing. Let's plug in the HDMI cable. Oh, and it turns off. Just lasts a bit longer. What I think's happened, because this power management chip for the SSD failed, I think it took out the SSD with it. And once the SSD fails, then there's no luck for it, because the SSD is married to the actual motherboards inside. You can't just put any old SSD in it. You have to carry over the partitions. And to do that, you could clone it, but it just costs way too much, because the SSD alone costs like £70, £60, something like that, £60, £70. And then you need to get somebody to actually clone it, and you need a cloning tool, and it's just too much money. It's not worth it. So this is considered dead. I could take the SSD out, and it stays on infinitely. Yeah, infinitely. That's it. But yeah, it's a no-go for this. Did have a temporary fan spin for like a second before, but it's not even doing that now. It's just staying on for about 10 seconds. Gutting.